Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my last video I told you guys I would share the recipe for the Greek yogurt Funfetti cheesecake, like a healthier dessert. So I figured today would be the perfect time since I just ran out and I'm gonna make myself some. I know I don't look the greatest. Natural hair, natural face. I was gonna put makeup on, but I've been breaking out and I like to pick my skin, and so I decided it's probably best that we just let it breathe. So just ignore my appearance, we'll focus on the cheesecake. Alrighty, before we go ahead and get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and I wrote down the recipe for you guys, and so I'm gonna show you. I hope that you can read it, and then we'll get started. For the recipe, you're gonna need 1 large egg. I just get the Walmart eggs. Eggs are eggs. You're gonna need some butter. The way she does her recipe, she measures everything by grams because she does macros. I don't really care too much about macros. I just count calories. So this recipe is gonna vary on calories depending on what kind of butter you use. I'm gonna add a little extra stuff because I'm extra, and what kind of sugar substitute you use, things like that. So you're gonna need your egg, some butter. I just have this Sun Harvest butter. You're gonna need sugar-free cheesecake pudding. We could not find that, and so I got vanilla one, and it worked just as good. Like, it was fine. You're gonna need some Funfetti cake mix. Can y'all see that? I got a glare for some reason. You're gonna need some Fage 0% yogurt, some cinnamon graham crackers. These are just some off-brand ones. And then your sugar substitute, I have this big bag of Truvia baking blend, so it can be whatever sugar substitute that you want to use. This is just what I have. Excuse that glare, maybe if I turn this off. Is that a little better? No, it's my overhead light, I'm sorry. And then you are gonna need either a baking loaf or a baking pan. It does not make a lot of cheesecake, like, at all. So I have these little Pyrex dishes that are like little baby ones, like, and they come with the lids. I ordered them off Amazon. It comes with like a bunch. This one just holds 3 cups or whatever, so it is very small compared to like a normal one. And I could probably, depending on how I cut it, probably get like 3 good size slices out of here. So again, calories are gonna vary depending on how much, like how many servings you can get out of what you're making. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Also, I forgot to mention, you are gonna need a food scale because you do measure everything out by grams. I have mine, and some measuring spoons. And then just to make things easier when you're whipping together the filling, I have a little spatula in my favorite color. So cute, got it yesterday, super excited. The fact that I get excited over stupid stuff like this means I'm a true adult. Okay, so I guess I'll just go ahead and montage this. Also, I forgot to mention, I told you guys earlier that I was gonna add something extra because I'm extra. And I did find this cake batter flavor, artificial flavoring, like cake batter extract from Walmart. So I am gonna put like a dash of that. I haven't used this one before. Last time I just put a dash of vanilla extract, but cake batter with Funfetti cake, like, I figured it would go together well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in it also. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out everything, and I'll just montage it because you guys already have the ingredients. And if you couldn't see them, go ahead and pause when I showed you guys the ingredients so you can read everything. Also, I will have Mary McKee, I believe. Mary McKee Fit is her Instagram, and I will have her in the description, so you can always go back on her Instagram if you have one and look at the recipe. So let's get started. I also forgot to mention, you want to preheat your oven to 350. I already have mine preheated. Now let's get started. Okay guys, so I guess I'll just go ahead and talk through instead of montaging. I think it'll be easier and a lot more helpful for the people that don't really feel like reading the directions. You guys can just watch me make it. So for some reason I got cut off, but I used my scale and I measured out 30 grams of butter and just put it in the microwave until it got melted. Now I had a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna put 2 sheets of graham crackers in it and crush it and then mix that together for the crust. And also I'm going to spray my baking little pan with some cooking spray just to make sure that everything doesn't stick, because it will be really hard to get out. So just a little bit. All right, so I got my 2 little sheets of graham crackers, and I'm just gonna crush it up. All right, now that I have it all crushed up, I do have my little mixing pan right here, or mixing bowl. And I'm gonna put the melted butter and the graham crackers and make the crust. The last time I made this, I had one of my oops, I forgot I sprayed this. One of my Pyrex dishes that was a little bit bigger than this. This one's holds 3 cups. The other one that I had used prior to this was 6 cups, and that one, the graham cracker crust didn't really fit into it super well. So I used the smaller one in hopes that it actually covers the entire thing. So this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna push it into the bottom of this little dish. And honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and use my hands. They're your best tools. I also did wash my hands, I promise, prior to making this. So you just want to get it to cover the bottom as evenly as possible. It may be kind of hard since we are using not like that much, but this actually seems to be a very good dish for this because it is actually covering the entire bottom perfectly. In her Instagram post, she did use like a bread loaf pan. I don't have one of those, which is why I use this, but honestly, I kind of think this might be better than that. My favorite part of cheesecake is the crust, so. And you can also make this cheesecake without crust, but why would you? I'm just kidding. To each their own. Personal preference. All right, so this is what the bottom looks like. I'm sure you guys can see it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the oven for 8 minutes. While that is in there, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the egg with a tablespoon of Truvia, and then I'm gonna start measuring out everything else. Okay, y'all, so now I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 227 grams of the Fage yogurt. All right, y'all, and now we're gonna go ahead and measure out 15 grams of I have vanilla, but again, you wanna use the Cheesecake sugar-free Jell-O pudding mix. I'm gonna measure out 15 grams and then add it to the little mixture. Now you're going to measure out 15 grams of the Funfetti mix. Honestly, a little bit goes a long way, so this should last you a pretty long time. And then just because, how many times am I gonna say that I'm extra? We're just gonna go ahead and add a splash of the cake batter extract. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells like a snow cone flavoring. So good. Whoa, it's like thicker than vanilla extract. How weird. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the graham cracker crust out of the oven. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, y'all. It smells so freaking good. So it's gonna end up being yellow like this, and you're gonna be able to see some of the sprinkles. You can't really see them too much right now, but yeah. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take it and put it into our little dish. Honestly, it is a little bit hard to kind of smear this out, even with not with my spatula, like with a fork or something. It's almost impossible because the graham cracker crust likes to move around. So you gotta be real gentle. And also try not to burn yourself, please. You don't have to scrape everything off like how I am. I just like to make sure that everything is on here and nothing goes to waste, because I'm not going to be wasteful of my food. My inner fat girl. So this is what it looks like. Let me turn off the slide actually. I don't know why I turned it back on. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of messy. That's fine. It's going to bake. Now you're going to go ahead and put it back into the oven for 20 minutes. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my entire mess because I made a huge mess. And I'll be back to show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. All right, y'all. So I did turn the slide off just to make sure that you guys could see what it looks like. But wow, it smells so freaking good. And it looks even better. I know it looks like super crispy. It almost looks like mashed potatoes. But yeah, guys, that's what it looks like. And the crust is down there. It looks super good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you guys decide to make it and how you guys like it. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and eat it warm. But to be honest, I don't like to wait for my desserts to cool. But I highly, highly recommend that you guys let that cool, put a lid on it, and put it into the fridge for at least, like overnight at least. Because when it is cold, it is the best. Just like a normal cheesecake that you bake, you want to let it cool down in the fridge because it actually tastes like a cheesecake. The way I would describe this is, or eating it warm or like still like fresh and not cold, it almost to me was like, it's like hard on the top, but the inside is really fluffy, kind of like an omelet, which is not very, I mean, it tastes, the flavor is good, but the texture is kind of off-putting. But if you guys let that cool in the fridge overnight, I promise you in the morning, it is so amazing. So amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't, go ahead and like this video. I'd appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That'd be wonderful. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.